Hi everyone. I've decided to break down this dungeon run with some real-time playback commentary for highlighting decisions, mistakes, and to help myself optimize my gameplay. Whether you're looking to improve your rotation, routing, or overall game sense, this is for you. So we'll be doing a plus 14 academy, and there's not much to do at the start here except just getting your buff, and as a balanced druid you want to make sure you get the blue buff, which is the mastery buff. And we're going over voice chat here with the tank, deciding if we want to pull the full room at the very beginning or half of the room just to be safe, because everyone needs this key timed. So at the end, we decided to just do half room just to be safe. Now as the tank gathers all the enemies, I'm throwing moonfires on some, and once they get clumped up, I'm going to throw a sunfire so everything's dotted up. I'll blow my cooldowns here. I'll do a starfall, fury of the loon, starfall, mushroom, starfall, starfire to get more astral powers, and keep going through this rotation of spamming out starfalls, because as a boomy I find running meteor storm, which makes your starfalls fall 100 times faster, is much more stronger during these dungeon so far in this midnight season 1 of Mythic Plus. Now as we're just cleaning up these mobs and getting ready for the boss, I'm also soothing out any berserks on the skitterflies just to make it a little easier on the tank. These also do a lot of damage on tanks, so I'll throw an Ursol just to make sure my Brewmaster can kite. And we're just cleaning up the room here, nothing special. Again, we're just spamming more starfalls. It's only ever worth the Star Surge on a single target. I feel using Starfall on 3 or plus targets is a must. So that's why you keep seeing me just use Starfall over and over again. And always make sure you use your Fury of a Loon on cooldown, because your other arcane abilities will lower the cooldown of Fury of a Loon itself. Now we're here just gathering on the tank for this Overgrown Ancient, and we decided as a group to move left. And what you're just going to do is just, make sure that you only use one, stack of your incarn, so you can pop a load here during the ad phase. So again, Starfall, Starfire, Star Surge, make sure you use all your free procs. And here I am gonna use cooldowns again. Mushrooms, Starfire, and then Starfall again, making sure it's keep spamming those, and you see those die immediately. And then we want to single target down the Ancient Branch because it heals the boss, and you want to make sure you stand in this green circle because it clears out your debuff, but you want the tank to drag the boss out because it heals the boss 3%. And now you just repeat over and over again on this boss. Looking back, I could have... No, I did blow my cooldowns there, which is good. Starfall, and I should keep making sure I use my free Star Surge procs, because any additional Starfalls on top of that can over stack. Well, the procs can't stack, so that's why you want to just make sure you keep using the free stacks. So I do a mushroom here, and you always want to make sure you use your Eclipse when there's multiple mobs because of the lunar bolts. So we're just going over this. This is nothing insane. And going over the fight over and over again. We keep pinging the tank just to make sure where the location is, so we can stack properly and move together as a group. It makes the ads very trivial. And you see here we mess up, and I personally actually mess up and I go right instead of left with the group. But at the end of the day, we have a arcane mage and an unholy DK. So these ads will not last long whatsoever. And you just keep doing it over. I don't have any clips left, so this batch is gonna unfortunately stay alive for a little bit, so I just starfire them. I have a mushroom proc, so I should use it here. There we go. And just Star Surge the boss now, because 1% and it's dead. Moving along, we're just gonna fight this solo ad. Nothing spectacular. You just want to make sure you're just as far as possible so you don't get knocked off. And you see I decided to use a cooldown here because if I use it now, it should be up during the bird boss, and that boss ramps up really quickly. And you'll see later that we pop Lust and another set of cooldowns just to make sure that the bird boss doesn't last long. Because Crawth, I believe, is a dangerous boss, especially in plus 14. So I move away from the tornado, nothing crazy. And just Star Surge, right? And it's a single, use your mushroom proc for extra little bit of damage. And I do Starfall when I get a free proc because it's just free damage. So you should always make sure whenever it pops up, right there, I use one right there, and then I get a free Star Surge proc. So there can be sometimes where you just bounce between Starfall, Star Surge over and over again because you keep getting those free procs. And as this ad dies, we're going to go to the Eagles, which that platform isn't very dangerous, but as a Druid, you can help out your tank to soothe out any problems. As we make our way to the Eagle platform, I'm showing off my talents, or actually I'm looking at a talent where I can take Innervate. But at the start of videos, I'll be showing my talents more often to make sure you guys know exactly what I'm running. All the Eagles are clumped up, so Sunfire, Moonfire, Lunar Eclipse for the bolts, Fury Balloon, and then Starfall. And I should be using those Star Surge free procs because it's available, and if I use Starfall, I can, you see, I could have gotten 3 Star Surges there for free instead of 1. And I shouldn't have done Lunar Eclipse there because these mobs are dead, and now I'm just wasting precious lunar time, eclipse time, which all of our damage is the only time we actually do damage as a balanced Druid. So Starfall, I get a free Star Surge proc. I actually use it this time, good. And always Fury Balloon on cooldown, Starfall, Star Surge. And you see when they do that Raging Screech, you always want to soothe the Alpha Eagle because it helps your tank from taking a shit ton of damage. Again, Star Surge. And again, I don't know why I use my Lunar Eclipse there. There's no more ads. I'm just sitting here doing nothing. Almost wasted a whole 6 seconds on that. Moonfire everything. Sunfire once they all get clumped up. And I do a mushroom, which was a waste because I want to be using mushrooms when I'm not capped on astral power, because that's just a waste. And you see there's 2 Raging Screeches that go on. You wait for both of them to go out and then soothe because you get rid of both effects. So here I'm just Starfalling. I should use a Star Surge. I do, that's good. Starfire, Moonfire because it's running off. Mushroom again, Starfall, Starfire, I get a free proc, so Starfall. And you're just going through your basic rotation here. I get a free Starfall proc, I should use it here, there it is. And because of that, I get just a generic free proc for something. So I use it on Star Surge because we want these Eagles to die. And again, I messed up a lot here because I should not be going into Lunar Eclipse, because here, like 8 seconds almost of wasted Lunar Eclipse doing absolutely nothing. So I, as much as anyone else, have so much to learn from watching my own VODs. And that's the reason why I started actually doing YouTube videos, because I would watch them. So here's the most difficult boss fight of Academy, Crawth. As soon as he lands, you want to put your dots on, and as a group we decided to go Wind. Blow your cooldowns for your Loon, Mushroom to gain some astral power, and then you just want to go through your Starfire and Star Surge procs. Nothing special here, you're just going spamming Starfires as much as you can. Watch out for the Screech so you don't get silenced. It does a lot of damage, so I pop my Bark Skin there. And I should go into Lunar Eclipse here. There I am. Fury Loon on cooldown. And just keep doing Star Surges. I should do a Mushroom here because of the Astral Power buildup. I don't, so that's good to know. I should do another Lunar Eclipse. Yeah, perfect. Again, just watch out for the Screech. As long as that Mushroom doesn't build up to 3 and I keep using them, that's good. So far I haven't messed up just yet. We decided to go Wind. There it is. I use them free Mushroom proc, but on 100% Astral Power, so that was bad. You want to collect these balls, which is a mini Lust effect. And once you collect it, then you want to blow your cooldown and just spam that Star Surge. I got free Starfall proc here, so I should be using it soon. There it is. Star Surge, Star Surge, Star Surge, Fury Balloon, watch for the Screech, dodge, tornadoes. The DK helps me out and just throws this beautiful dome to protect me. And you want to let the winds just push you as long as you're safe, so you're not fighting against your cast. Watch for the Screech. As long as there's just no tornadoes around you and you're not going to hit any tornadoes, you're fine. So we decide to pop Lust. My cooldowns come up in about 5 seconds, which is perfect because we want to use or activate the fire here. And when they do, now we can just blow everything. Yep, perfect. Just keep spamming everything here. Again, it's a single target fight, so Starfire, Star Surge, Starfire, Star Surge. It's usually with a free Starfall proc whenever you get it. Again, you always want to make sure you use Star Surge in Eclipse because it just does so much more damage and it's not worth it. Watch for the interrupting Screech here, watch for your feet. And again, as long as there's nothing in your path, you can let the wind just push you along. There's not really any danger here, so I do that. I move a little forward to dodge the circles. I go this way to dodge their tornado. And interrupting Screech here, boom. My Holy Paladin dies here because he got silenced during that last bit, but the boss is dead. I don't die, thankfully. And so as we go to the right here, the idea is that we skip this first pack. And unfortunately, the Brew Master pulls aggro, which honestly is the best target to actually get aggro. So it's no big deal, we deal with it. You want to be careful with these Vicious Ambush. They do a serious push. Thankfully, that mage blinks, or I believe uses the time thing. I don't know how mages work, unfortunately. I'm a hardcore boomy. So it's 3 targets. We want to just spam Starfalls, get a free Star Surge proc, watch out for the breath, watch out for the other pack. You don't want to pull 2 Ravagers at the same time. It is brutal. Make sure that Surge is always interrupted. Now as the Night Elf, you can just Shadow Meld the ambush and it'll immediately go to the Rift Breath. And the Rift Breath is always towards the tank. So that's pretty nice. And we're just starfalling, making sure that's all good. I get it again. This time I can't do much, so that's why I get pretty close. I'm getting bear form for the extra defensive. And then we decide to pull this one. And I have cooldowns here, so I'm going to use that. Starfall, Mushroom. Use the free Star Surge. I should use the free Star Surge again here. I'm not. I don't like that. Okay. So I never use the free Star Surge. I use the Starfall, which then resets the free proc, which then in totality I waste the Star Surge proc. I need to get better at that. Fury Loon on cooldown. Don't tell me I used the Lunar Eclipse here. Good. I don't. Not yet, but it doesn't look like I do. Thankfully. These next adds don't do much. You just need to silence the mana fiends, and the battle axes just wreck your tank. So make sure with these mana fiends that the surge cast is interrupted immediately. At this level of a key, it will one-shot players. And we're just going through our normal AoE rotation of Starfire and Starfalling, using Star Surge procs when they come up. In those small little circles, we just spread and make sure we don't stack upon our friends. I'm targeting the Battle Axe to make sure that those get low, because you can see that the mana fiends are almost dead, where the battle axes still have like 10 to 15%. But at the end of the day, these mobs are easier to deal with for your tank than the mana fiends. So here, our eyes get a little bigger than our stomachs, and we decide to pull these two packs together. And you have to take care of the Unruly Textbook and the Surge Cast, and that monotonous lecture needs to be interrupted. We would have been fine if we CC'd, if our rotations of crowd control were optimized and used at the right time. So there, my Ursul Typhoon combo should have been used, but the brew uses Ring of Peace. I actually could have shadow melded that specific cast. I wait for my H-Pal to res me, then the Death Knight gets one shot. Thankfully, it didn't go as bad as it could have and cause a wipe. At the end of the day, it was only 2 deaths, and I feel we did get very lucky. And now we're just going to take care of the last pack as the Death Knight runs back. Again, those unruly monotonous lectures need to be interrupted. And you want to pull this last pack alone, because there's 2 of these textbooks and no surge cast going off. I have been in keys where we decide to pull all of this together and use Lust and just nuke everything down. But I do feel using Lust on Crawth as the key difficulty goes higher and higher will be more effective, because that boss just wrecks. And here there's 3 battle axes, tanks taking a lot of damage, but if they needed to kite, they could. Now that there's some RP during this boss, we can pull the 2 little arcane foragers on the right side there, because bringing those into the boss is no big deal, and it provides funnel for the arcane mage. And I use my Eclipse here and Starfall, and we pull the boss. I use my cooldowns, Fury of Valoon, and the idea is that you don't want these orbs to touch the boss, but you cannot take more than 2 orbs at a time, or the 3rd orb will one-shot you, as you take 600% more damage per orb. And so the next set of orbs you can grab as long as that cooldown or that debuff goes away. And you see it goes away, and then I can grab that next set. And it's just going to be rinsing and repeating here. This boss is very easy. There is some burst damage. With these little circles, I just try to make sure I'm moving, so I don't stay in there. With that little pushback, there's going to be these 3 bigger circles, and then the fight just rinses and repeats here. Grab 1 orb, grab the 2nd orb here. It just helps with the mechanic if everyone grabs 2. It's very easy. Now, I don't have my bark skin, so I go into bear form just to dodge that. Wait for my debuff to drop, and then I grab the next set of orb right now. And there's only 1 set of orb I can grab, so I don't need to search for the next set. Now the idea is that there is 6 orbs that spawn, and I believe the tank should be grabbing 2, and everyone else just grabs 1. But the way this mechanic works, you can easily grab 2, no big deal, it doesn't hurt you. But just, again, do not grab a 3rd, because the debuff will make it so that the 3rd orb just one-shots you. Use my bark skin there, wait for my debuff to go away. And at the same time, this is just a single fight, or a single mob fight. So I'm just starfying Star Surge and making sure the dots are up. And using the free Starfall cast whenever you get a chance. Eclipse, Starfall, which gives me a free Star Surge procs, Fury Loon, and I purposely gather as much astral power when I can when the orb appears. So I have just instant casts of Star Surge ready to go, and I'm not sitting down. Oh, I make a mistake there and going to the previous puddle, but it wasn't detrimental. My tank wants me to pull these, so I do. And we're going to bring them to these Mana Fiends. I Shadow Melt there so they don't kill me. The Brew is going to pull these 2 together. There's just 4 Battle Axes and 2 Mana Fiends here, so we just have to be careful. I should use my cooldowns here, but I do believe I save it for the next pack because those that needs to drop immediately. And we learned as we go along here, we're getting really close on time. So 6 minutes and 40 seconds left to time this key, and you really want to be around, I say 7 minutes and 15 seconds around this part. So we're already a little behind, which is a little scary. Without the 3 deaths, we'd be perfectly fine. But we're like, okay, we need to go. The mage wants the mass invis here, but we still need the count. And so we need to pull these 2 arcane, these 2 evokers, and the mob at the top, the Echo Knight. And the Echo Knight does this large AoE. I use my cooldowns. You just gotta watch out for that circle. It spins and follows players. Now these arcane bolts don't kill you, but if the timing's right and you get an arcane bolt on top of a smash, you could probably die within a GCD. Now there's 3 casters here. We kind of go into a little bit of a panic because of the timing situation. We're just trying to get as much CC out, interrupts, and kill everything. Mushroom, Starfall, Star Surge. No, I don't use that free proc. It resets on me. I should be focusing the Invoker there, because the champions we can at least bring over. You do not want to pull 4 of these Echo Knights, so we at least kill 1. And then we bring it to the other 2. We are, again, worried about time. We want to make sure we single target this Echo Knight, because having 3 smashes go off in a row is brutal. So here's the first one. The second one's about to hit. And now a third. Again, it's okay. 1 goes down. And we're just focusing. That was a bad spawn on our circle there. And you see, it hurts, so make sure you don't get hit by the spinning astral projections. Another smash. And then the second smash, and I believe, yeah, the combo between the smash and the spin kills our Holy Paladin. and I battle res him because we need to go. And to kill this boss with only 3 minutes and 20 seconds left on the key is very close. And at the same time, no one's using their cooldowns because we want to use it on the boss, so these Echo Knights last a little longer. I'm telling the group to go because he just used his smash, he's not going to use it again. And we lost in pop cooldowns. And single target fight, so you're just star surging everything. Now, people do think that you want to get hit by these balls to grab or obtain one of these damage debuffs. I just let the fight put it on me on its own, because getting hit by the balls hurt a lot. So at 2 stacks you have, I believe, a haste buff, and at the 3rd stack you're gonna get hit by a lot of damage and then spawn another one of those pools. And gradually over the course of the fight you're gonna just get stacks on its own. So I didn't get hit by anything, but the fight itself gave me another stack. We spawned another pool, and we're just dodging here. Just making sure. Keep dodging balls. It gets a little tight here, so I believe on the next set of pools the tank decides to go to the opposite side of the room, which is the play, because the balls have a travel length that they don't surpass. So they don't go the whole room, they actually disappear after a while. As you see, these balls are disappearing. And the monk decides to pull it over here after this power vacuum. And as a balance druid, you see I just disengage every single time he attempts to suck me in the middle there. And using all of our cooldowns, 1 minute and 5 seconds left. I know I have another set of cooldowns coming up, so I try to gather as much astral power going into it. Free star surge procs. There, you see, immediately disengage that. At this point, we are worried, very worried. But we just stay collectively cool. And our idea is that if we don't die, we can time this. We just can't afford any more deaths. So I use my cooldowns, they're over. Good amount of burst. Got scared there, so I used my potion. A little bit of panic here ensues. Dodging balls. The old pools have disappeared, so we go into this side of the room again, and 10 seconds left. The boss has 2% health, and we time it with a remaining of 2 seconds. Closest key so far this season. I hope this commentary helped everyone, and I'll see you on the next one.